Marathons and investing have great similarity. Now, as you know, marathon running is a long distance running, an endurance sport. Tremendous similarities to success in investing. And the following are some of the key similarities that one can observe. Both are very long term. Second, both require a lot of perseverance and willpower to succeed. It's not easy, it's not for everybody. Third, not everybody who starts the run finishes at the end. So it's those chosen few who can hold their perseverance and continue the journey in spite of all the odds who will end victor. Let's listen in on more about the metaphors of marathon. But before that, a story. How did marathons come about? The modern marathon is actually inspired by what happened in ancient Greece. In the plains, coastal plains of Marathon, when the badly outnumbered Greeks were invaded by the Persians, they put up a very spirited fight. They fought as if there is no tomorrow, and they drove the invading Persian army back to the sea. They celebrated that success of that victory which was unimagined. And there they called a messenger called Phidias, who was asked to deliver this happy news of a Greek victory back to the capital. Phidias ran that 26.2 miles from the coastal plains of Marathon to the capital Athens. And he entered into the council hall and cried that we won. Rejoice, the Greeks have won the battle. And immediately thereafter he collapsed and died out of sheer exhaustion. For him to have traveled 26.2 miles without a care for his life and delivering this great message of victory is what inspires the modern marathon runners. There are 10 inspiring aspects of marathon running that are important for investors to imbibe. First, marathon is not a 42-kilometer race. It's a 1-kilometer race run 42 times. What do I mean by that? I mean that it's very important to be in the present moment and not try and look too much into the far. So, as in the case of marathon running, so in the case of investments, one needs to take care of what one is doing at that point in time. Don't look too far. Just make sure that you are in control of the near term. Long term is nothing but many short terms rolled into together. So if you take care of the short term, the long terms will take care of themselves. Very, very important. Marathons are a 10-kilometer race with a 32-kilometer warm-up. What does this mean? This means that you're not trying to run a fast race. You're trying to build it as you go along. Very, very important that you understand that the compounding effect happens at the end, not in the beginning. If you try and run a marathon too fast in the beginning, then you're bound to be exhausted and not able to complete the course. Investing is very similar. It's important that you start with what you have, however limited or more, and then continue the course and incrementally keep doing the same thing with a lot of discipline. However difficult it is, continue the journey to the end. That's really what this is about. It's not about a big bang start. It's about continuing the journey in the long term. The next, every uphill is followed by a downhill. Whenever we are running a marathon, at the 25th kilometer, you would find that the road tends to slope up and our legs want to give up, right? Always every runner will know that at the end of that upward climb is going to be a downward, as is the case of investing. Investing has many up and down climbs, my friends. There will be days when your investments looks pathetic, huge losses on the portfolio. You've got to continue on the journey because down the corner is where your portfolio will look beautiful with huge profits as well. It's a question of cycles that will follow on your portfolio. As long as you keep the course, you will find enduring profits waiting for you at the end. To finish first, you need to first finish. What does this mean? This means that it's not about trying to come first, it's about trying to run the race at an even pace. And there will be times when you're tired. It's okay to rest a bit, walk instead of run, so on and so forth. As is the same for investing. There are times when you will be able to invest a lot of money. There will be months and years when you are not able to invest that kind of money. The monies are much lesser with you for some other purpose. But continue the course. Do not abandon. And that's very, very, very important. As one keeps running a marathon, you get better at the game. It's not just the fatigue that works against you, but your body warms up to that race. Similarly, as you start investing and as you go ahead with the journey over the next couple of years, you get better at the game. And it's important to keep enhancing your game. So if you started doing X amount, that amount needs to increase with every year. You need to keep pace. In marathon, you're always looking up ahead, never looking back. Who's following you, who you have overtaken, you're not kind of concerned with that. You're always looking forward. Similarly, in life, we need to be grateful for what we are and what we have achieved, my friends. Investing with gratitude is a very, very important part of making sure that we don't allow things like greed and speculation to impact us. Investors who have a lot of gratitude to what they have achieved so far are less likely to be greedy or speculative. So gratitude is a very, very important lesson that marathon teaches us to be good investors. Marathons are not run on roads. It's run 6 inches between your ears. What does that mean? Marathon is all about the mental toughness that one has. It's a tough race. Your body wants to give up. At some point between 30 and 35 kilometers, you will hit what is called a wall, where every system of yours wants to shut down. But going beyond that is the human spirit. Similarly, there will be times in your life when you want to give up doing all these investments, just stop, cut, be done with. Working beyond that is where wealth gets created, my friend. Big wealth gets created at that point. So you need to recognize that and keep pushing forward. The hardest part of a marathon is not finishing, but the belief that you can finish the marathon. Friends, I'm talking about the self-belief. The self-belief that we must all carry, that we can conclude, we can complete the race, is a very, very important character of marathon running. It's the same character that's important for us to be successful investors. We have long goals, we have a long way to go, and there will be good days, there will be bad days in that journey. But we must always carry that self-belief and the perseverance and the willpower to carry on. Any number of stories and tests have told us that it's not about that brilliant stock pick that makes you victorious. Of course, it can help you, but it's really staying the course in those difficult days that attribute investing success. So very, very important. It's always about a team. It's never a lone sport. Why do we say that? Because it's not just your journey. It's your family, it's your friends, it's your investment advisor, it's that mutual fund manager. Everybody who has contributed to the success of your investment. Take a moment to acknowledge that. It's an extremely important part of a journey. Acknowledging all those people who have helped you run that race really, really well. Marathons are rarely run at a very even pace. What you save in the first half of the marathon, you will give up in the next half. What you run at a given time, you will take twice as much in the second half. As your body tends to tire, you become a little slower. So too in investing, my friends. It's never going to be an even journey. But as long as you've decided to stay the course, I'm sure success is waiting to happen. So don't let these interruptions and these vagaries come in the way of your investment journey. Just stay the course, put your head down, and take one step after another in your investment journey, and success is waiting to touch you. So, friends, marathons have great similarity to the journey of investing because success in investing is a long-term game, as is marathons. And these 10 lessons can be very, very valuable tools for all of us to follow and achieve our own success in our marathon run of investing. I hope this message is useful.